GK Jain Schools, a great way to start your child's early education.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Dear children, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe our school YouTube channel. Good evening children, this is Padma from GK Jain Schools. In today's class we are going to see about vector algebra from 12th mathematics. Let us see the applications of vectors to 3D geometry. That is, we will be seeing about the point of intersection of two straight lines and what are called skew lines, the shortest distance between the skew lines and also the shortest distance between pair of straight lines. Let us move on to the topic now. First, let us see how to find the point of intersection of two straight lines. Given the general format, we have to equate the two lines to two unknown quantities like s and t. By solving the values of s and t, we will arrive at the point of intersection. We'll see the sums separately. Now, the definition: two lines are said to be coplanar if they lie in the same plane, and skew lines, two lines in space are called skew lines if they are not parallel and they do not intersect. Now, the shortest distance between two parallel lines is given to be d is equal to c vector minus a vector cross b vector by modulus of b vector, where modulus of b vector is not equal to 0 and will be given separate two parallel lines. That is, r vector is equal to a plus sb vector and r vector is equal to c plus tb vector. Similarly, the shortest distance between two skew lines is given to be delta is equal to c minus a dot b cross d divided by modulus of b cross d, where modulus of b cross d not equal to 0. These are all the important three maxims, and this remark is regarding the like how to prove the intersection. This determinant x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, b1 b1, b2 b3 and d1 d2 d3 should be equal to 0. Now let's move on to the exercise. First we'll see the example 6.33. Find the point of intersection of the lines x minus 1 by 2 equal to y minus 2 by 3 equal to z minus 3 by 4 and x minus 4 by 5 equal to y minus 1 by 2 equal to z. So we have been given two lines. So we were supposed to find the point of intersection. So let us assume that every point on this particular line x minus 1 by 2 equal to y minus 2 by 3 equal to z minus 3 by 4 will be some s. It is like just an assumption. Okay. So if it is going to be s means I can equate every point to s, right? So x minus 1 by 2 equal to s, y minus 2 by 3 is equal to s, z minus 3 by 4 is also equal to s. See, I am individually equating them. So x minus 1 by 2 equal to s gives me, when I cross multiply this to the other side, x minus 1 equal to 2s. So x takes the point as 2s plus 1. Similarly, y minus 2 by 3 gives me y minus 2, when 3 goes to the other side it will be y minus 2 is equal to 3s. So y is equal to 3s plus 2. And z minus 3 by 4, when 4 goes to the other side it will be z minus 3 is equal to 4s. So z is equal to 4s plus 3. So the point has got transferred as 2s plus 1 comma 3s plus 2 comma 4s plus 3. Now similarly, the second line, if any point on that second line will be x minus 4 by 5 equal to y minus 1 by 2 equal to z is equal to some t for assumption. Now again I will equate one by one. X minus 4 by 5 equal to t, y minus 1 by 2 equal to t, z is equal to t. So x minus 4, when I cross multiply here, x minus 4 is equal to 5t, x is equal to 5t plus 4 and y minus 1 is equal to 2t, y is equal to 2t plus 1 and z is equal to t as well. It is already there. Okay. So now the point has become 5t plus 4 comma 2t plus 1 comma t. So if we need to find the point of intersection, suppose if the point of intersection is existing, what does it mean? Then these 2 points will be equal for sure. Then only we can, when there is a common point only we can go ahead with the intersection, right? So at the point of intersection, for some values of s and t, we can write this as, we can equate them. So what will happen here? 2s plus 1 comma 3s plus 2 comma 4s plus 3 will be equal to 5t plus 4, 2t plus 1, comma t. Means I can equate the first x coordinate with the x coordinate over here, y coordinate with the y coordinate over here, z coordinate with the z coordinate over here. So what happens? 3s plus 2. What I am going to do, I will, like, whatever may be simple for me, that I am taking, like, then only you will be able to simplify it easily. So 3s plus 2 equal to 2t plus 1, from which I am getting an equation. Similarly, 4s plus 3 equal to t, from which I am getting another equation. Now I am going to solve both equations. So when I am solving, I am getting the value of s and t. After getting the value of s and t, what I will do? I will substitute in the second equation or in the first equation to check whether the value I have got is correct or not, whether it is getting satisfied or not. When I am substituting in the point which I have not taken for the solution, I mean for solving the equation, I am getting it to be clarified. So the points will be, I will substitute the s value over here and I am getting it to be minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and when I am substituting the t value also, I am getting it to be minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Therefore the point of intersection is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So this is how you have to do this sum. So this kind of point of intersection sums are very important. Similar type you are having in the exercise also. So in exercise 6.5, we'll have the third sum to be in the type, if two lines x minus 1 equal to 2, y plus 1 by 3 equal to z minus 1 by 4 and x minus 3 by 1 equal to y minus m by 2 is equal to z, intersect at a point. So they have given they are intersecting at a point, find the value of m. We were asked to find the value of m. So this is little different problem. So we are having both the lines equation. So what we are going to assume, we will take the first line and equate it to, we will assume that the point may be equal to some s. So I will equate individually, x minus 1 by 2 equal to s, y plus 1 by 3 equal to s, z minus 1 by 4 equal to s. Now what happens? I am getting it to be x minus 1 by 2 equal to this 2, when it goes to the other side it will be x minus 1 is equal to 2s, and y plus 1 and this 3 go to the other side, it will be y plus 1 is equal to 3s, z minus 1 is equal to 4s. Now I am getting the point as 2s plus 1, 3s minus 1, 4s plus 1. Similarly, I will consider the next line, I will equate it to t. So x minus 3 by 1 equal to t, y minus m by 2 equal to t, and z is equal to t. Okay, so I am getting the value of x to be t plus 3, y to be 2t plus m, and z as a t as well. Now what happens? Now the point for me is t plus 3, 2t plus m and t. So the two lines are intersecting, right? Means they will have a common point in together. So the common point can be equated. So I am going to equate each x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. So when I am equating, I am getting here to be 2s minus t equal to 2, 3s minus 2t equal to m plus 1, 4s minus t equal to 1. Okay, from here 4s minus t equal to 1, I can write t value as, I am just taking the 1 this side and taking the t the other side. So I am getting the t value to be t is equal to 4s plus 1. So what I will do, either in the first equation or in the second equation, I will substitute the t value as 4s plus 1. So I am substituting t as 4s plus 1 in the first equation, that is 2s minus t equal to 2, from which I am getting the value of s to be minus 3 by 2. Once again I will substitute the s over here to get the value of t. I am getting the value of t to be minus 5. I am getting the value of t to be minus 5. So after that, getting the value of s and t, I can substitute the same because we were asked to find the value of m. So I am substituting the same where I am having the m. See, 2t plus m here I have derived the equation to be 3s minus 2t equal to m plus 1. So I will substitute there and I am getting the value of m to be minus 9 plus 20. I am taking the LCM and I have got the value of m to be 9 by 2. Okay. Now the fourth sum is also of a similar type. Show that the lines x minus 3 by 3 equal to y minus 3 by minus 1 equal to z minus 1 and z minus 1 equal to 0. Okay. And then another line x minus 6 by 2 equal to z minus 1 by 3 comma y minus 2 equal to 0. They also intersect. Also find the point of intersection. So we need to check whether they intersect and we need to find the point of intersection also. So consider the first line, x minus 3 by 3 equal to y minus 3 by minus 1 is equal to, and comma z minus 1 is equal to 0 means z is equal to 1. So from this 1 we can derive the z value as 1. And similarly x minus 6 by 2, z minus 1 by 3 and y minus 2 equal to 0 means y is equal to 2. So now write the points now, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, b1, b2, b3 and d1, d2, d3. These two are parallel lines, these two are the points. So what is the condition for the intersection of two straight lines? x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, b1, b2, b3, d1, d2, d3, this whole determinant should become 0. So I am just substituting the values. See children, without calculating, without working out with the determinant, I have written the determinant value to be 0 directly. How is that possible? Yes, it is possible if you know the properties of the determinant. What is the property? When two rows or two columns are identical, obviously the determinant value will become 0. So here you are not supposed to sit and work out the determinant at all. You can directly write it to be 0. So now I have proved that those lines are intersecting for sure. So because they are satisfying the condition, the determinant becomes 0. So any point on the line will be, let us assume it to be lambda. And what about this line? Let us assume it to be mu. Like how we have assumed for the example sum and the one example exercise sum as s and t. Here we are going ahead with lambda and mu. So here I am connecting to lambda. So what I am getting, x is equal to 3 lambda plus 3, y is equal to minus lambda plus 3 and z is equal to 1. And here I am getting the point to be 3 lambda plus 3 minus lambda plus 3 and 1. And the second line I am equating it as mu and I am getting it to be 2 mu plus 6, 2, 3 mu plus 1. Now both are equal, right? Since they are intersecting for sure, we have proved that also. So both are equal. So when equating, what happens is the points are equal, we are equating them. So 3 lambda plus 3 minus lambda plus 3, 1 is equal to 2 mu plus 6, 2, 3 mu plus 1. Like how we did in the example sum. So here it is easy for us because here I am having 3 mu plus 1 and here I am not having any constant over here. I am having the numerical value. So I can directly equate it and get the value of mu to be 0. So 3 mu plus 1 equal to 1 means the last coordinates, z coordinates I am equating mu equal to 0. And here lambda plus 3 I am having it to be 2. So minus lambda plus 3 is equal to 2 means I get the value of lambda to be 1. So I can, if I substitute the lambda value also, I am getting it to be 6, 2, 1. If I substitute the mu value also, I am getting it to be 6, 2, 1. So the point of intersection is 6, 2, 1. So this is how you have to do. So these kind of point of intersection sums are very, very important 5-mark sums. So children, in today's class we have learnt what are called skew lines, how to find the point of intersection, how to find the shortest distance between two skew lines, also the shortest distance between the two straight lines. Okay, we have seen the sums related with the point of intersection, we have seen the example sum also. We will continue with the exercise 6.5 and rest of the sums related with skew lines in the next class. Thank you children.